Leigh-Ann, a very good morning to you, and thanks for your time this morning. Can you just clarify for us why the EFF does not want this bill?
Well, there were three things. The bill first came to the National Assembly in September last year, and we objected for three reasons. The first one is the issue of transparency. And our founding manifesto is absolutely clear that we are saying that political parties must legally be obliged to disclose who it is that is funding them. And that notion comes from the Thomas Sankara quote of "He who feeds you controls you." So we need to know who political parties are receiving money from, so we know how they are being influenced in policies and the policies that they are made, the bills that they support, the motions that they bring to Parliament. Number one. The second one was the issue of the 2/3, 1/3 on how political party funding is allocated or distributed, right? Now, in the Constitution allows the Treasury to provide funding to political parties for constituency work. And it's very clear that that funding must be provided proportionally. So according to the number of seats you receive in both the legislatures and in the National Assembly. No problem. When it talks about funding provided to a political party, it says that this funding must be provided to strengthen multi-party democracy. And there's nothing strengthening about a ratio, or when you calculate it rather that you have a 90% distributed proportionally, which is what it was since prior to this bill being passed in September, or again now yesterday. And then the ANC, and the reason the ANC brought this bill to the National Assembly mainly is because they were threatened with court action on that section, and it could have been ruled unconstitutional by the Constitutional Court that they were taking money unconstitutionally under that section, because they were saying 90% of this must be distributed proportionally, when the Constitution actually says that funding must strengthen multi-party democracy and that it must be divided or calculated both equitably and proportionally.
Leigh-Ann, just explain to us, though, I mean, where you stand on the bill and Section 10, which says no person or entity may deliver a donation to a member of a political party other than for party political purposes. Now, it seems, according to a tweet from the EFF, that is a problem, which is a bit confusing. I mean, what other reason would you want? Why is it a problem, firstly? And then what else would you expect that money to be used for, which is what sort of many South Africans might be asking, is the EFF has always stood for transparency and that money should be used for the right reason. So why is that an issue?
It's just the wording, and all we're saying is that the spirit of what that Section 10 is trying to do, we agree. And we do understand that there are highly placed politicians who use their position in the party to solicit funds and say that it's for political work, and it's not, and it's used privately. But in the very, very raw sense of it, if the wording is not changed, it can be interpreted that I cannot be a political party, belong to a political party, and receive a donation.
So what would you like the wording to be?
So it needs to be something that must be added after the word donation, that is for that is donated to a political party. Actually, we have done the wording here. So what it should read is say that no person or entity may deliver a donation made to a political party to a member of that political party. So there's not necessarily an issue with that. It is just the wording, and we think that it would actually infringe on people's rights of association to a political party, because they'll say, now I'm a member of a political party, I can't receive a donation. So if someone wants to give school fees to pay for my child's school fees, I can't receive that because I'm a member of a political party.
But should that be something that should happen because you're a member of a political party? I'm just trying to get clarity here, because surely donations to political parties should be for that reason.
No, but
for the party.
A member of a political party is our member on our branch level. For example, I can have someone in my branch calls me up, right? And they say my child needs to pay the school fees. Am I not allowed to do that? So the very raw sense of how that is worded is not just saying, we're reinterpreting it now of you thinking about high-level politicians like myself as a TG or a PCT member, or those that are in provincial and national structures.
Okay.
But it's saying that. It's saying a member of a political party.
So you mean just somebody who's getting some help from someone might be compromised now because they are part of a political party, nothing to do with the party. Okay. It's a matter of semantics then. All right, Leigh-Ann, while I have you on the line, if you're able to tell us very quickly just about the latest developments in Nelson Mandela Bay and your attempts to get rid of Trollip, and now hearing from the Patriotic Alliance saying they're going to throw their hat in with the DA. Just how's the EFF feeling about that? You're due to hold a rally as well in Port Elizabeth.
Yes, the rally's on today, and we are all here in Port Elizabeth. Listen, you can never be surprised with anything that is it the Patriotic Alliance. I even forgot they existed and knew that they had one seat. But we're not surprised with their stance. It's all about positions, and they've been offered a deputy mayorship or some government position. So we do understand that many people take on roles and give support to political parties and go into coalitions or co-governance or whatever it is, primarily when they want positions. So we're not surprised. We'll see how the vote goes tomorrow. We still stand that we will not be voting with the DA. And if Trollip emerges again, and at least it'll be without our vote.
But Leigh-Ann, it does seem though that them throwing in the towel actually could make all the difference to the numbers and might just be the game changer and allow Trollip to actually keep that position.
And that might be so, and let democracy work, and if that's what the Constitution, and that is what the rules allow. So yeah, he just won't be placed in that position with the help of the EFF.
All right, and just remind us very quickly of the reasons for the EFF, for those who haven't been following the story. Why is it that Trollip is a bee in your bonnet?
Well, he's just the number one. Firstly, Trollip is a highly placed member of the DA. The DA has always known that we have been very clear about our land expropriation issue, right? We passed a motion in Parliament, and the second time they went ahead and they voted against the expropriation of land without compensation. Okay. So, I mean, it's politics. It can't be the same thing all the time. He's a highly placed member. He serves in the federal executive. So it's saying you can't support us. Why should we continue voting for us?
Okay, so it comes back to the land issue. Okay, thanks very much for your time. We understand you have a rally to prep for. Thank you very much. EFF Treasurer General Leigh-Ann Mathys. She's in Port Elizabeth this morning.